Good evening, Metropolis, Emerald City, and Xanadu. I am sitting with a technological 13th wonder of the world. His name is Chris Dodge. He's from SaveMyEye.com, the owner, the founder, the keeper of the concept. And Chris, what's the good word from the herd over there?
It's going good. It's just about done.
Okay, let's recap some of the offerings that you have over at SaveMyEye.com. And while you're doing that, maybe I'll come up with a clever little thing where we can figure out how many people we have listening who have iPhones that need your services. Maybe you can offer them a little deal.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's talk about what you, again, if people, and again, grab your pen and a piece of paper. You should just keep one by the radio from now on for when we give you guys out phone numbers and websites and whatnot. But a local number that you can be gotten a hold of if they can't find you at SaveMyEye.com.
It's 970-691-7953.
Very good.
Yeah,
We'll give that away one more time here before we go out of the top here. So, all right, so that's just finishing up, and we're going to reboot a couple more times. And let's go through again the things you do for people who've dropped their iPhone, their batteries. You know your battery's dying what? Because you're going to go all day and use it, and then what? You're going to have to start charging a couple times?
Right. Typically, if you use an iPhone for the whole day, if you use it pretty heavily, it'll start dying probably around 5 to 7 o'clock. But if it's dying faster
That's
than
about what
that,
time you get up. Okay, so, and then, like my phone, the old, I don't even know what batteries I had in them. But you're supposed to fully discharge them, and then bring them up to speed. And they don't like you taking them out, or even though it says 5 bars, you'll pull it out, and then real quick it's back down to 3. So you're supposed to max out the charge. Is that the same with this thing, or what are we doing?
it's good to charge it up fully and let it die once, maybe like every other month or every month. It's always good to downcharge it and then charge it back up.
What happens with this application we're installing if I let the phone die?
It won't die because I have it connected to a power source to my laptop.
Okay, okay. All right, that makes sense. And again, so you'll do the screen. Now, let me get this right. The screens are 60.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're talking for the iPhones through the 3s, because you said the 4s have changed because the screen and the LCD are now together.
Correct. The 3G and 3GS iPhone is $60 to replace the glass screen.
Okay, this LCD or the screen itself. But for the 4, it would be $95 because both are together.
Well, the iPhone 4 is actually $160.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
160. Okay.
160.
I don't know where I got the 95 from. All right. And so the batteries, the display, the LCD, anything else? Oh, a microphone jack, the headphone jack, the pin plugs. How much are those?
Those are $45 to replace.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see a lot of those go out?
Yeah, especially when people drop them. Sometimes the drop's heavy enough that'll crack the power button.
Okay.
The cable to that, so that'll stop working, and we just replace the headphone jack, and we can also replace all the other buttons on the iPhone, such as the the volume rocker.
Okay.
Turn the volume up and down.
Okay, gotcha.
And the home button too. That goes out sometimes.
The home button does go out.
Mm-hmm.
Just people who are aggressive with that button.
Aggressive. It gets pressed too hard. Just old. Starts to stop working or gets squishy.
Okay. All right. Where are we at? Do we get to call Velvet and yell at her yet?
Yeah, it's just getting done.
Okay. All right. Very good. Are you going to keep doing this while you're in school? Are you going to get out of school and go grow up and get a real job, or do you think you found your niche?
I think I might keep doing it after I graduate.
Do you like doing it?
I do. I really enjoy doing it.
Okay, then stick with it, because if you're having fun, in theory, except for in radio, the money will follow.
Right.
So, okay, so you like doing this. I remember stories in the old days, the kids would start, they were illegally hacking, and then they wound up getting jobs for the companies to fix the problems of the hackers. Do you think we're going to get to the point with it? Would you ever want to go to work for Apple?
I would like to work with Apple, yeah.
And what would you do if you, in a perfect world, and Mr. Jobs walked in the door right now, said, create your own job? What would you do for me? What would you do?
I think it would be real fun to help them design new products and build them. Just be part of that team, like the computer engineering.
On the concept side?
No, more of the hardware side, kind of designing that.
Does when you say hardware, meaning the container that holds, like the laptop is the hardware, or is the disk drive the hardware?
That's all hardware, like the logic board, the different stuff that's inside of the computer.
And you like that stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I got you. And then what are you wasting your time in school then for?
Well,
And I don't if your parents are listening, parents, don't take this wrong. I mean, but honestly, I mean, if you're doing this and you're doing okay at it and you're sticking with it, but what are you learning? What are you doing in school?
I'm just trying to get some basic classes out of the way right now.
Okay.
And then hopefully major in some computer field, possibly computer engineering.
Okay. Which would at least apply with what you're doing now that you've self-taught yourself.
Correct.
Okay. All right, Gotham, Metropolis, and Emerald City. Why don't we try? So we're ready to try this little stunt now?
Yep.
All right, why don't you pop off that mic real fast? Run through the room here and just hand that thing to me.
All right.
We'll stand by on the normal phones here. Yes, good. Let's just make sure these still work. He's going to hand this thing to me. In theory, he's going to know that he can open the door. Yeah. Okay. Back in your other cage. Let's see if this took. Oh, dear God. No, don't want to call her. Okay, let's see if this... Oh, there. Okay, so now the contacts are near. You're going to have to show me how we do this afterwards. So there's the contacts. I see the buttons now. So hit her what? Hit her... There we go. Does it dial it automatically, or do I got to hit it again?
You have to hit call. You dial the numbers and then hit call, and it should call.
On that screen?
Oh, touch the phone numbers.
Ah, okay.
And it should automatically call.
Oh! Not very loud. All right. Let's try this. Where's the speaker on this thing?
It's right at the bottom.
At the bottom.
Hello, you've reached...
Be quiet, sweetheart. Don't get the phone numbers out. Oh, shut up, honey. Oh, dear God. Okay, well, apparently the phone works, boys and girls. How do I turn it off?
You can either hit end the phone button,
Or the bottom one that's supposed to be the
bottom.
Hurry, shut up out there. Okay, so at least it works. We know the kid is for real. He made the thing work. So a little round of applause for him at SaveMyEye.com. She's going to be pissed. Hopefully the thing's off. All right, so we know it works. We're going to put all your details, of course, in SaveMyEye.com. We'll put that in the newsletter for the boys and girls. The kids in the chat room are chatting. So what we'll do is afterwards now, we'll go to the top of the hour. We'll post all of this for you, obviously, over on the YouTube page. Whether or not they accept it.
Yeah.
They don't like this show lately. Can't figure out why. But thank you so much for coming in and doing that for us.
No problem. Thank you.
So, again, it's SaveMyEye.com. But for a lot of people, they're not technologically challenged. So let's give that phone number just a couple more times so people can write this down. His name is Chris Dodge, spelled just like the car. But give Chris a call. And the phone number again is?
970-691-7953. And again, that is 970-691-7953.
Okay, that is awesome, actually. Chris, I can't thank you enough for doing that.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm hearing, I think... Yeah, the thing's still talking in my briefcase. Let's get the hell out of here. Thanks, pal.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Gotham, Metropolis, and Emerald City when we come back for the second of 3 hours of intellectual intercourse and out-of-the-box discussion. The headlines of the news they don't want you to use for Take Out the Trash Friday, 1/28/2011, the second year of the tribulation. Transportation Safety Administration, the TSA goons. Yeah, they got a lot of crap going on. In the meantime, Janet and Capitano wants to make sure that snitches are excluded from federal law. And speaking of federal law, 111 companies now getting waivers when it comes to healthcare. And China up to more antics. So we've got a lot to cover and very little time to do so on Colorado's first radio station, News Talk 1310 KFK. We'll be right back.